Hello, and welcome to the weekly vlog. I need to get my life together. To put it simply, if you watched the monthly reset for November, you would have noticed that it wasn't very successful. It was pretty chaotic. Just so many weird things happened that week in particular, like scheduling, the car breaking down, I forget what else. It was just a hot mess of a week, but I still managed to get the work done that I needed to. However, it was not very enjoyable. It was very stressful. So yeah, I'm trying to remove some stress from my life this week. That's the goal. This is my to-do list from like Halloween, and because I do not like to waste paper, I'm using the back of it and I've put it in half. One is like my to-do list for work, but this is my get my life together list. Starting off with putting away my huge pile of laundry. It's a lot. It's a bit much. And I need to bake bread because I always need to bake a loaf of bread. Ooh, I need to edit the vlog as well as another playlist. I didn't get the whole month's playlist edited and uploaded in the monthly reset. I only got the first 2 weeks done because you saw, but I have all the music. I just need to put it into that format. And I want to do a quick clean of the foyer. I might do that after I put away all my laundry before I leave in a little bit for the rink. Shoes have collected in the foyer, jackets and whatnot, because all of a sudden it's gotten very cold. So yeah, I need to just figure that out. And while we're out, after I have my lesson with my coach, I'm gonna run some fun errands. I want to stop by either Marshall's or Home Goods. Thankfully, they're right next door to each other, because I need another bottle of that syrup that I use in my coffee. I'm down to one. Speaking of which, I'm using the coconut flavor. It is my most favorite flavor. I used to get it in my coffee when I would get lattes at this little coffee shop that no longer exists, RIP, and I would get just a plain latte with 2 pumps of the coconut syrup. It's my favorite. It's my favorite flavor. However, I did see that they had a s'mores flavor, and that sounds delicious, so I might pick that up if they have it. Fingers crossed. And I also really want to get a Christmas candle. Yes, I will be making my own candles, but in the meantime, I need a Christmas candle. I would love a wood wick candle. If that's not possible, I totally understand. I'll probably go into Home Goods first because I think they'll have more candles than Marshall's. And if I have like strike out at Home Goods, then I need to go into Marshall's anyway. That's where the syrup is. Also, I'm running and picking something up from Target and from someone's like driveway for my mom. So we're gonna run some errands together. That will be fun. And I need to make an appointment for a trim because as you can see, my hair is getting very long. My hair grows stupid fast. I need to put together an outfit for my friend's wedding reception. It's probably gonna be kind of chilly, like 50 degrees-ish, so I think I'm wearing a sweater dress and then like knee-high boots and tights and just like layering to stay warm. But yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, I already cut my music for the holiday skating exhibition, and then I just actually recut it to make it a tiny bit shorter because I realized it's repetitive in the middle. And I was like, that's very boring. I don't want repetitive. So now, thankfully, that made it about 30 seconds shorter. And I need that. I'm easing back into performing, really. So let's see. Oh, I gotta print out a schedule to post on the board at work so people know when classes are. I'm still waiting to see if that article gets posted for the student org so I can share it along with the photo collage I made. I also have a to-do list on my computer. There's 800 to-do lists. Okay, I think I've rambled enough. You understand the assignment. Trying to get as much done as we can to just get our feet back underneath us. That's the goal. But for now, laundry, and then I'm going to quick clean the foyer, and then we're off to run some errands. Fabulous. Oh, I also need to do some cooking. I need to cook some healthy food. I've had so much junk food because of Halloween, and there's gonna be more junk food coming because of like Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff. So I want to make some crispy tofu, probably egg bites. I make those every week. Those I always manage to make because it's not hard. Okay, now I'm officially gonna shut up and start tackling this list. So I'm doing the first firing of the kiln this morning. I just got home from work and my mom's gonna be home all day while I'm out so she can babysit it. Right now I'm grabbing a cinder block to hold the door open. That one's kind of heavy. This one I can, yeah, okay. But I forgot, because I'm a little rusty because I haven't done ceramics in a few years, that when you get a new kiln, plus I've never worked with a new kiln, that you need to fire it once before you put anything in it. So I was hoping today to fire my stuff, but that is not going to happen because we need to season the kiln, so to speak. So I've got my cinder block to keep the door propped open. I printed out the directions. I'm going to go grab those and we're going to fire this thing. Today's been a day. A lot has been happening today. It's been a go busy day. I'm currently slip painting the coasters. Here's the first one. Like, how cute. That looks like a gingerbread cookie with adorable icing. Also, I don't want to hear anything about my hair. I was wearing a hat and now this is what it is. But I have amazing, excellent, wonderful, celebratory style news. The kiln is firing. It is operating beautifully. You know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to show you the clip. Did you see it? You guys, she back. That is my first time rotating any jump. Axle, double saddle, double loops are my favorite, but even those I can't really do because I'm fighting a mental wall. But that was my double saddle. Here, let's watch it again. I know, right? It was pretty good, pretty snappy. I mean, I think it's slightly under-rotated, but also I'm really having to do some mental gymnastics to get myself to just do it. Because, like, physically, fully capable. Mentally, my brain's like, I don't know. But we kind of got over that hump today, so I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I have not rotated a jump like that since spring, early summer of 2021. So coming back to working like in person post-pandemic, the first place I worked in person and the first place that was open, there's a bug here. You have to go. You have to leave. It's just a tiny little gnat. But the first place, I am focusing on painting. You cannot. But the first place, sorry. It's still operating. I don't know how much longer it will be operating, but it was owned and operated, not owned, I guess they leased the building. The business was owned and operated by people who weren't really into fitness, which is kind of weird, but they were the first place to open. I was like, well, I got to start working in person again at some point. And I told them, like, when they hired me, that here's everything I teach. I give them a list, and here's what I can't teach, like, physically, because I have hypermobile joints. Technically speaking, Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is technically a disability. It has affected my physical abilities since as far back as I can remember. You shouldn't be in like joint pain and restriction and movement and joint issues when you're in kindergarten. Let's just be real. But because this is my body, I've learned how to operate with it and within its restrictions. And one of those restrictions is I can't really do like cycling spin classes because it's a repetitive movement with like where you put all your physical force into it. Like I can go on a bike ride because it's more casual. Like I'm not, what's the Armstrong guy? I'm not a cyclist. I'm not like a competitive cyclist, but I can do that kind of a repetitive motion at a casual activity. And plus you can take breaks and like coast when you're going down like a hill or something. So I can my joints get breaks. But in a spin class, let alone when you're leading a spin class, you have to be incredibly motivational and have to go as hard as you can. And I don't spin. I don't do spin, and I can't really run like a regular runner. Like I can do interval running where I walk and then I do a little bit of running and then I walk. But I can't take constant damage basically to my joints because they can't hold themselves together. And they knew that, but like 2 years to almost the day, they had me sub a class. We forgot to cancel the class and people already signed up. They kind of guilt tripped me into it. I mean, as any passive aggressive Midwestern woman would. Like people think Midwestern people are nice. you know. If you're from the Midwest, you know, you know. And I was a people pleaser. I'm a people pleaser in recovery. Like, I try really hard not to people please anymore. It like goes against my nature at this point because it was ingrained in me. So I subbed that class and I injured both of my knees in one fell swoop. It just took like 40 minutes for me to completely damage my knee joints to the point where it took them 2 whole years to recover. And because I had started back at jumping spring of 2021 and that was fall of 2021, so I was just starting to get my footing back underneath me after all that time off from lockdown. And yeah, lost any progress I had made, and my knees just recovered last week, like 2 years to the day almost. I've been basically functioning with an injury for 2 years, which I know there's some people end up with like lifelong injuries, but this is an injury that I should never have gotten, and I established that boundary when they hired me, and I quit working there a few months later. I'm so glad I did, because I think I would have ended up teaching like all of the classes, because most of their instructors left. I think they only have like maybe 3 of them still, and they cancel classes all the time. It is so hard to freehand straight lines. Like, I gave myself kind of a guide, but like painting it, and you can't really use a ruler because it like gets under the ruler and then it spreads. It's hideous. But I've been recovering physically for 2 years. I've been recovering mentally for almost 5 now. It's so weird how they're kind of simultaneously doing better. Just the healing is coinciding and it feels amazing. Like, yeah, I'm still like in physical pain every day, but that just comes with my physical difference, but it's manageable pain. And the pain also, like, it isn't restricting. My knees aren't giving out when I try to sit on the toilet. That's really awkward and unpleasant. Can we watch that clip again one more time? Yeah, I did that. I didn't do that just once. That was the second one that I like fully landed, and then my coach was like, well, technically I think you did like 2.5 today, and I'm hard on myself. I'm like, I did 2. Shout out to her for putting up with my crap for so long. I'm like, you have to tell people now that you taught someone a double sow in 2 months, even though like I've done them before, but like put little asterisks. It was a good day. And I almost got my double loop, but the Zamboni chased us off. And like the Zamboni never gets on the ice. They never the Zamboni the ice after us, so I don't know why all of a sudden today was the day they were going to do that. Maybe that was the universe avoiding me getting injured. So I'm not gonna argue with that. I'm overjoyed. I'm really happy. Now, like I said, I'm slip painting my stuff. Slip paint is basically paint made out of different shades of clay. So it's like what you do before you glaze it. I'm not gonna be able to fire this stuff probably till Wednesday at the soonest, but I might wait to do a firing on Sunday so I can get the kiln filled more and make some more stuff this week, because terracotta dries really rather quick. Sorry, my old alarm for class. I'm like, why is my alarm going off? I don't need to leave classes until 7:15. It was my old alarm, which I need to remove, and try to make more work this week so I can get more in the kiln all at once. And tomorrow is my artist interview at the Historical Society about getting into the weekly weekend craft fair. And if they personally feel like I don't have enough work, because I have to bring in past work because none of my current work is done, but I'm going to take pictures of the stuff, paint, and be like, I just have to fire it. This is the collection. I just have to fire it. But I think I might offer to still work one of the days. I can volunteer to operate the store on Sundays. I just want to be helpful and kind of just start to get in with the crowd, so to speak, because I could maybe do it next year. Because let's be real, if I had this kiln and everything and the studio set up already, I would have had this crap done in August. It would have been Christmas in July. Yeah, that's the plan. Oh, also, I called today and I made an appointment. I'm getting a haircut on Wednesday. We're getting a trim. It is very much needed because I have like some of my hairs are just going directly into my eyeballs now. I like that dot better than the last dot. There we go. That's better. I'll be honest, I've kind of lost my appetite. The weather switches this time of year. I really have a hard time getting myself to eat. Plus, I know also the stress is part of it. Like, it's really not helping. But hopefully, if I have some delicious soups that I can just heat up and go, and I'll be able to get myself to eat some more food. Okay. I have like 45 minutes left to work, and I have this last coaster, which honestly the coasters are probably the most tedious, and then I have 2 cups, the Christmas tree, and the bowl, and that's it. And I think I might do the tree next because that's probably the easiest. And I think with the bowls and the bowl and the mug, I'm gonna decorate the outside of them, but the inside, I'm not gonna, I don't know, should I put something on the inside? I was tempted to just glaze the inside white. I guess I could glaze them like halfway up. I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm gonna shut up now and just keep working and enjoy YouTube videos that I'm watching. But I'm like basically caught up on my entire news feed on YouTube, so I'll switch back to watching documentaries. And then soon we're gonna switch to watching the new Goosebumps series on Disney Plus, because I can't really watch it at night, even though nighttime is like 4:30 now. I can't tell what time it is in here. There's no windows, so plus like right before bed, I don't do well mentally if I watch something scary beforehand. Okay, almost done with the last coaster, and then we're on to other stuff. Maybe I'll do a time lapse of painting the tree, just because I think that's gonna be really satisfying to watch. And I'll like do it from top to bottom, so like, and I have a little spinny thing. That'll be cute. Okay, bye.